Un bon jury, c'est celui qui
A
travaille.
good jury is one that works hard. They all do, who see all the films. They have to sign a piece of paper for each screening to guarantee that they watch the film. For Cannes, it's important the jury must work freely, spontaneously, and they are evaluating the best filmmakers of their time, the best films of the spring season. 18 films, and the great filmmakers in the competition want to be certain people see their films. We're very happy to have her. We worked together a great deal over the phone. We met in London, but we spoke on the phone all winter about the composition of the jury. The president isn't the one who decides, but we talked about a certain number of orientations and things. And with her, we felt her concern, her desire to have a highly representative jury. And this is the kind of diversity we're always looking for. Geographic, generational, professional. We have a Burundian singer. We have a French actress. We have a Russian director. That's what a jury should be like, and it's the sum of all these different sensibilities under the guidance of the president, Kate Blanchett, which should give good results. We always want the city of Cannes to be at the heart of the latest news. 2016, 2017, 2018 are times when women said no, and everyone understood that there was a problem. And after having spoken with lots of friends, women, actresses, to whom I'd shown our proposals, we reached the conclusion that even though this movement aims to remind everyone about the harassment and attacks against women, that's not all they want. They want equality, perfectly logical things, and they don't want to be alone. And when we had the idea of having rather than a woman on the poster, a couple that's in love and that is kissing, we thought it was a very good idea. This is something we see in films and on the posters. Yes, a man and a woman kissing. There's nothing other than love. I hope one day we'll have two men or two women who kiss. This awareness came about in a year when we had no female directors in the competition, and I said that's the way it is, because we don't judge directors but works, but we were criticized. It had annoyed me in a way, I have to admit, because there was no will on our part to ostracize women, but there are fewer female directors, 7% in the world. In Cannes, we're always at 20% in the official selection, which is much higher. And at the time, I had said that this work should be done well ahead of the festival, which is only a consequence, the result of a situation. But that's not enough. And wherever we are and wherever we can take action, we do so. But we maintain that this parity, this positive discrimination, this demand for presence of women is everywhere, and we even look at our own practices in Cannes, in the selection committee, and we are a professional organization. Like everyone, we have to be exemplary. And from a purely artistic standpoint, I cannot be expected to judge a film differently because it was made by a woman. And when we have women in the competition, it, as happens, as for men and women, if the film is not well received, we don't hear it said it's because it was a woman. I can give you examples of women who were in the competition in Cannes and for whom we can consider
La critique dont elle
that
faisait l'objet
the
était plus forte.
criticism was more than for the men, just as certain female presidents. There's always a doubt. We remember that Isabelle Huppert, when she gave the Palme d'Or to Michael Haneke, it was said that it was because she wanted a role, which was never said about a man.
Oui, on a
For
essayé
the
d'en faire
master
plusieurs,
classes,
pas une seule, parce
yes, we're going to have several, not just one, because the festival goers really love them. So Christopher Nolan will be here with a copy of the 70 millimeter version of 2001, A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick, which came out 50 years ago in April 1978. And so since he's here, we said he should stay and we could have a talk, and he agreed. And it's a good thing because he's never been to Cannes with the film. So this will be a way to welcome him here, hoping that one day he'll be here with one of his films. I think that the director of any festival, especially the one that is considered, and that's the truth, as the world's greatest festival, we are here to find pieces of creation, bring them together to create the Cannes Film Festival, which in 12 days has people talking about cinema. And cinema is important. People go to the cinema. In Russia, for example, when there was a lull, now people are going back to film theaters. And festival is there for that. The Cannes Film Festival has actions in Argentina. In Buenos Aires, we have 7 or 8 films that talk about what auteur cinema is today. And when we see that sometimes questions are raised about a certain formatting of film, in Cannes we deformat, and we want to do the opposite. We want to select what is singular and original in contemporary creation.